Hello everybody, Viking King Blake here. Got a job yesterday, got a haircut yesterday. What y'all think? Hell yeah. What do you like it? I like it. Anyway, today, I don't know, I was reminded last night, there was a video called by Core. Check it out. It is about, a little bit about, suicidal thoughts. Some people actually follow through with some of those thoughts, but it's also about finding hope at the end of that dark tunnel. I related to this because I've been there. I almost took my life in 2010. I was in the hospital. I was in a coma for 3 weeks, in the hospital for 2 months, and I've almost died several times since then. Some from natural causes and others from not natural causes, or decisions I've made. There was a time where I just didn't give a fuck. I wanted to die. I truly did. I had not met my daughter until she was 10, but that hadn't happened yet, and I had to come to the terms that, the only way I could handle was that she couldn't be my daughter, and then when I met her, she was my daughter for sure, but the only one I have. And still I'm scarred by that shit. I still have a lot of anger about that shit. I missed this baby years. She's 13 years old now. I only met her twice. It's fucked up. Who the fuck does that shit to somebody? I don't know. I was married to the woman, the whole thing. I didn't have a mental health diagnosis until then. We're talking about age 36, 37. Anyway, enough about that shit. Are you ready to go to war? Because I'm ready to go to war, boys. I guess bringing that up about the suicide thing is, I see people out on the street all the time, and I know that most of them are on drugs, and I've been there and done that. I'm very guilty of doing that shit myself. But like I've talked about before in my videos, forgiving yourself mostly is the most important part of that, which I still have things that I still haven't forgiven myself for, or forgiven other people for myself. There's certain things that I don't think I'll ever let go of, that I'm still pissed off about. That, I know you can't change the past, but I'm still fucking pissed. On top of that, seeing all these people crawling around on their knees, it's cold, it's wintertime, but, not having enough common sense. And there's been time in my life when I didn't, I chose drugs over my health, over everything, over me, being able to go on a vacation or whatever. Drugs was my main concern, and I didn't go all out there like that. I'm not saying I'm not, the typical drug addict, but I'm saying that I didn't take it to the point where, hey, I'm going to rob this motherfucker, or I'm going to rob a bank, or I'm going to do this shit. I always worked for my money. I always worked, when I could. And I'm not saying I hadn't stolen things, most of the time food, but I've stolen things. Hell, I ain't no saint. If I needed it and I wanted it, I didn't have the money, fuck, I got it, man. I got it one way or another, or go to jail, what the fuck? You got to do what the fuck you got to do sometimes. But you also have to realize that you were the one that put yourself in that motherfucking position in the first place, right? The choices you made put you there in the first place. So, that's something I had to realize for me, and I think that's something important that other people need to realize for themselves. Sitting here blaming all the shit on the world, or blaming everything on drugs, or blaming, just cause of this, and this motherfucker was racist, and this motherfucker was that. All that goddamn bullshit is bullshit, people. Okay? Now, you can make as many excuses for your fucking behavior as you want, but ultimately, you have the choice. You're the only one that can change that shit about yourself. You're the only one that can change your life. And then you got to do that with choices. And it took me a long time to get there. And I still fuck up and make bad choices. And I probably will till the day I die. I'm just a human being, just like all of you. Now, I am praying. I'm doing some serious praying. I'm connected to my spiritual, the gods for me. I'm praying every day. I'm connected to the runes. I'm a Viking, which is a Viking shaman. So sometimes it's necessary for me to do certain things to reach certain places, but not to the point of my detriment. And that's a hard one for me too. I spent the last several months drinking like a fucking fish. To the point where I actually had to go to the hospital, just to get over the shake so I could maybe continue on. But not even that. Because I was doing fine. Once I hit my mama's, though, it was over. That 3 weeks was just fucking just drinking completely. All the fucking time. get me the fuck out of here, Mom. This is hell for me. You know, I love my mom. I love my mom to death. But she still drinks. And she does shit like, I don't know, man. She knew that I was in recovery, or that I've been doing this for a whole year, that was the worst place for me. I did want to see her. I hadn't seen her. I mean, I had seen her, but I hadn't been back to the house. My cat, my emotional support animals there. And I want to get her too. She is awesome. She's a kick-ass cat. I mean, she's almost like a dog. She loves driving her truck. Anyway, off the subject. Focus back on us. So, you know, yeah, I realize that we're all fucking stressed out to the fucking max. But, you know, we could change that shit. And I say, like I said, if we could change that shit with our minds, all of us get together, join together, all good people out here in the world, no matter what. You know, I think what makes the world a great place is that we're not all the same. We don't all believe in the same way. Each person is an individual, but we can find common ground. And we definitely can find common ground on taking back our government for the people. Because the only thing, one thing that's really would be very useful tool for us is if most of us join together, and even if we're not together, but we're on the same page here, you know, we can fucking do some change and shit. And if it doesn't change, you know, I mean, hell, we'll do the fucking Million Man March, whatever fuck. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not going to go up there and be like, oh God, please, you know, God, please change the government and pray. Because there's a certain point, I'm Viking, you know. There's a certain point where you got to fucking pull out fucking battle axes, shields, and just fucking kick some ass. Just take these motherfuckers out. If they're out here trying to hurt us and they're not here for us, then take them the fuck out. Put them motherfuckers in prison, okay? Put them motherfuckers in prison and see if them rich motherfuckers don't fucking... First thing they're going to do is probably kill themselves. You take Donald Trump's money away, that motherfucker put a bullet in his head in 5 seconds. You goddamn guarantee you that shit. Biden, I don't even think he's real. I mean, it would actually be like a mercy killing on that motherfucker. They just, nobody needs to put his ass out of misery and just let him go on wherever the hell he's going to go. Hell or wherever. For real. So anyway, I'm saying, in order to protect our families, we've all got to come together, use our brains, think of some ways for us to get this country back for us, for the people. And I believe in my heart that if a bunch of us come together, we could all get in a room and we could come up with some fucking good ass solutions that would not be like chopping a motherfucker's head off. But, like I say, if we have to do that, let's do it. Hang it off the front of your tank, whatever. You know, we got to make some decisions too. We got people like Israel that we back. You know, they say we're one of the richest countries in the world, but we're not. Because we don't have the fucking money to back it up. We just print that shit. And we say it's important. The petrodollar, all that shit. I advise all of you to look into the petrodollar and understand that shit. A lot of wars, this last war we had was fought over the petrodollar. Check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll do that on another show or another blog or whatever. I'll come up with that information and prevent some of that to you. But anyway, people, you know, I'm praying for all of you. And we're all in hard places. And, you know, but you got to take care of yourself first. You got to put yourself first. You got to put your families first. Do whatever it takes. If that means going to war, if that means dying to get this country back so our children have something to inherit, something to be proud of. I mean, all the men, the old veterans that fought World War I and World War II, or World War II. I don't think World War I motherfuckers are around. But a few of them World War II. But Vietnam, all that shit. Fucking bled and died for this country. Also, the Gulf War. Also, you know, this war on terrorism. Motherfuckers bled and died, lost arms and legs, fucking PTSD, mental health problems. Yeah. And we're basically spitting in their faces if we don't do and take this country back for our kids. That's what Viking Blake word for the day is. If we could work this out, let's all come together first. I want to unite. I want us to unite, community, all of us. We could help. We could have, I don't know, we'll come together at fucking some kind of festival, whatever. But the smart men of the world, you know, even if you're not smart, you got a great heart, any of you guys that's willing and to give their lives so that the kids have a fucking country to inherit, and they're not fucking run by some goddamn Nazi-ass bullshit regime or goddamn fucking, whatever they call that shit. But anyway, Russia or China or India shit, or they drop a nuclear bomb on us. Let's go ahead and get together, guys. We can talk online now. We could form a group online and talk. And I'm sure y'all could see my Gmail information. We could do this. Are you ready to do this? Because I'm ready to go to war now. But come spring, I'm ready to step back out and fight and do whatever. Let's bring our minds together. All you guys that are interested in my blogs, let's bring our minds together first. Get in touch with me somehow through my Gmail or whatever. Do it. Look me up on Facebook. I'm on there, Blake Burnett, and let's do something about this, people. Let's fucking save the world. Let's change the world for our children, so they don't have to deal with this fucked up ass bullshit that our parents and everybody, and I don't even think that, but our fucking leaders for the past several years have created for us. Because we're not free anymore. They listen to every goddamn thing we say. We're not free anymore. Nah. Freedom's bullshit. You think you're free? No. They watching you. They listen to everything you say. Anyway, I pray for all your families. I pray for your children. All the great people out here in this world, but all the great people in America. All my neighbors. I pray for all of you. I hope all of you stay safe. I hope all of you are okay. Even the drug addicts and stuff out here, guys, pick yourselves up. Take a break for a little bit. Clear your head, like I have. I had to learn. This took me a long time to learn this shit. Be smart. Don't put yourself through hell. You don't have to put yourself through hell. No matter if you made bad choices, you don't have to put yourself through hell. You have a choice to pick yourself up on the ground, and it might take more than one time. It's took me more than one time. I may have to go through it again. I probably will. Anyway, love to all. Thank you for all my fans for subscribing. Viking King Blake off.